Hey guys, Naturally Ash here, and today is World AIDS Day. So I've been watching some movies about AIDS lately, mostly documentaries, to prepare for this video. I've also been reading a little bit about the HIV and AIDS pandemic here and there. This topic hits close to home, so it's kind of hard for me to emotionally detach myself and talk about it in strictly clinical, sciencey terms. It's hard for me to really talk about it even in a film theorist kind of way. Mostly what I've been able to find is documentaries. A lot of the scripted movies about AIDS isn't as readily available as I thought they were gonna be, and the few that were very, I don't know, sappy, I guess. Maybe even melodramatic. So, other than the US government dragging their feet in the 80s, letting millions of Americans die because, F them, they're gays and drug users, let them die. What else can I say about HIV and AIDS? Well, I can start with where HIV came from, which was non-human primates. HIV was transferred to humans in the early 20th century. Now, my fellow millennials like to joke about HIV and AIDS, saying that it came from some guy or whatever having sex with a monkey. I don't know if they actually believe that, or it could be an anti-AIDS joke and a racist joke rolled all into one, and it's just been going over my head all these years. But let's say that my fellow millennials really are that ignorant. How HIV transferred to humans is what Wikipedia calls bushmeat activities, which is pretty much just people eating meat from animals that aren't, cows, chickens, pigs, that sort of thing. Particularly, they ate monkeys, most likely monkey brains. So, lesson one in all this, don't eat brains of any animals, because prions will really mess you up. Something else I've been hearing that has rubbed me the wrong way is the phrase, HIV is no longer a death sentence. And with the advances of antiviral therapy from the mid-90s onward, I can understand where people are coming from when they're saying that, but I think a lot of millennials and the I generation hear things like that and think HIV isn't a big deal, which is not true at all. I don't want to sound like I am against medication or I'm some anti-chemical hippie or anything like that. But I think a lot of young people don't quite understand is that even on medication, living with HIV isn't puppies and rainbows. The medication that's keeping you alive in and of itself can have horrible side effects. And even if you're lucky enough to not experience those side effects, your immune system is still not going to be like everyone else's, anyone who's HIV negative. People in first world countries are still dying from this pandemic. So all I can say is get tested and get tested regularly. You can be infected with HIV for years and not know because you're asymptomatic. 1/3 of HIV carriers only discovered they're infected when AIDS or severe immunodeficiency becomes apparent. I know there's a lot of people that think just because they're straight and monogamous that getting infected with HIV is impossible, but it isn't. Even if you are straight and monogamous, if you're sexually active, you should get tested regularly. Having that peace of mind if you're negative, or taking care of your health as soon as possible if you're positive, is much better than not knowing and then dying because you didn't want to offend your partner. I guess that's all I have to say about that. Be safe out there. I'll see you when I see ya. Bye.